Mostly you need to go some kind of training small, at least. Even though the person have a background on agric, but you need to go some basic training. Passionate for the work. If you don't have passion for the work there, don't go there. Because you need to have work for your own distance so that you don't feel like maybe someone is forcing you to do it. Just have passion for the work. Have passion for the animals. And now you look at how much are you gaining? How much were you gaining? That will inform you whether you should dispose them or not. Some will lay more than 2 years.
Okay, please, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Ngba Baime Prince, the manager of the Sim Farms.
Okay, the location.
We are located at Oti Region, Kasa.
Okay, so right now we want to learn how to start our layers. So before I start, do you have types of layers?
Well, we have type of layers. When you come to maybe the color, we have the white one, the brown ones are also there. We have the exotic ones and the local ones are also there.
Okay.
That will depend on maybe which one to choose.
Okay.
And according to the breed, they will have the way of the lay, the number of eggs a particular bird is supposed to lay, depending on the breed.
Okay. Okay. So which one is very good? Which one they can lay every day?
Mostly it's the white ones that lay more. But the challenge on that side is that most people don't prefer that eggs. They prefer the brown ones.
Okay.
You know, the white one lay white eggs. So when you send it to the market, most people are demanding the brown ones.
So if I'm going to market and buying the eggs, the one is white is from white bird.
Yes.
And the brown one is a brown bird.
Yes.
Okay. So these two, apart from the local one can lay egg that we can eat.
Yes, but it cannot lay as these exotic ones.
Okay.
It can lay up to the number that they were supposed to do. But the breed, the exotic ones lay more.
So how many eggs that they can lay?
A bird is supposed to lay 1 egg a day.
A day?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it takes 24 hours before the eggs will be ready.
Okay. Okay, so right now we know the two types that we can start with, the brown one and the white one.
Yes. There are
other breed.
Yes, there are other colors.
Other colors.
We had the black one is also there. We had the check. The one with some, I don't know. Is it plumber or something?
Plumber.
Plumber.
Okay.
They have some different colors.
But the one is common, that is the white and brown.
Yes, most of the people use brown and then the white.
Okay. Okay, so right now we know that like we can pick one of this one.
Yes.
So what can I get the day old?
The day old is all over.
All over.
Yes, if you want it, there are particular farms that breed the day old and sell to farmers.
Okay.
If you go to Kumasi, there are a lot of them. If you go to Accra, there are a lot of them. Sunyani, you have them. But mostly they deliver nationwide. If you want it, you can even sit at your home, request, and they deliver it to you.
Okay. So what about the exporting?
We also have export ones, but the foreign ones, that one to do the same thing.
Okay, so
you book advance and then they will prepare. So when it's ready, they will tell the date of delivery, and then they will tell you where to pick your best.
Okay, so if the foreign one and the local one, which one you advise the person to start with?
The foreign ones, when you look at it, is mostly costly, but that one is better than those that we hatch in Ghana here, because when you look at the mortality rate, the local one that we pick in Ghana here, their mortality rate is very high.
Okay.
If you are not having time for them, you lose a lot of them. But the foreign ones, they are more or less resistant to some of those things.
Okay.
Because they are conditioned over there, they give them the way they hatch them. They are more or less resistant to those things. But the local ones, the mortality rate is very high.
Okay. What are in terms of the lay of eggs? The local one, the foreign one.
As I said, the foreign ones lay earlier than the local ones. They
Okay.
lay earlier than, and they also lay more as well.
Okay. So right now you import the one. So how many follow how many you can order?
It depends on your capacity, how much you have. Because you look at the price and if you can afford it, you can afford up to 1,000, 10,000, even 100 times what you want, they will give it to you.
Okay.
Provided you have money, you have the structure to keep them.
Okay. So we bought them inside. What preparation we need to do?
Before you bring your day old chicks, you need to put up the structure as you can see the structure here. You
Okay.
need to put up the structure. You install, if you have to use the manual drinkers, you set up the drinkers. You wash them. You bring a source of heat. Mostly we use charcoal and then headpan. Some other people use pot. They use perforated pot. And then you set up the whole place. And then you are going to use rubber to cover all these wire mesh so
Okay.
that the wind and then the air cannot come to, as they are young, the weather will be cool for them. So you need to cover it until they develop feathers. Maybe mostly the brooding house is supposed to take at least 6 weeks. But then they develop some feathers.
Okay. The breeding will take 6 weeks.
Mostly it's for 6 weeks,
Okay.
six to
So
8 weeks. Normally, they say the brooding is for 2 months, which is 8 weeks, but about 6 weeks. But then most of them have developed the feathers so that
okay.
the coolness will not be there again.
Okay. So the breeding the about the animal now, they would I'll just keep them or there's a medication I need to give to them.
Yeah, there are medications. As you prepare for them to come, you already have the medication available because you don't have to bring the bed before you now buy the medication. Mostly, where they hide the beds, they give you a chart. Mostly the chart contains the medication, even the feeding, the quantity of feed per day, even the quantity of water they're supposed to take. So they give you all those charts and they'll tell you the recommended drugs you're supposed to use within a particular period. So you buy those drugs down, and then there are vaccines too. Vaccines are different from drugs. Vaccines are to be vaccinated against maybe incoming particular disease, but the drugs are for treatment. So before you bring your best, you make sure that all those things are available before you bring them. You don't have to bring them and wait and be looking for those things again. You understand? So all those things should be available, especially the drugs and then the feed. So you use chick mass for the first 8 weeks.
Okay.
So after that, then you now introduce what we call grow mash.
Okay. Before you go to the field, take out with the medication.
So medication, mostly that very first day they will come. You have to give them what they call a glucose
Okay.
to energize their body, to release them from stress. As they travel along, some will be weak, very tired. So you need to give them the glucose. Even as you remove them from the boxes, some of them will be very weak, but then they cannot drink. You need to get time and feed them and drink, give them water until they recover.
Okay.
So from there, then you give them what they call it, vitamin, so that they can eat more.
More. Okay.
So when you give them the glucose for the first day, then the following day you can give them vitamin so that they can eat well.
Okay. Okay. So right now we know the medication that you need to give to them. The fire, the one that.
Uh-huh. So mostly before you set the fire, when you bring your day old chase inside and you enter inside and you see that they are clustered, that the water is cool.
Cool. Okay.
You understand? So mostly when you see here in particular, maybe somewhere around 11 to 12 a.m., 11 p.m. to 12 a.m., that will be the time that the water will be cool.
Okay.
So you now set the fire so that the coolness will not come, because the most important thing is just on the brooding stage. If you are able to pass there, you are finished, because you need to take very good care of them. You understand?
Okay.
So that the coolness will not get them. So you enter inside, you know the temperature, you know when they are cool, you know when they are feeling cool and when they are not feeling cool. So when you see that they spread and they open their wings and picking, you know that maybe the temperature is getting higher.
Okay.
So you need to withdraw the fire from them.
Okay. Okay. So that one will take 6 weeks.
Yes, but not necessarily. For fire setting there, that will depend on the weather, especially the rainy season, for instance. You know that time they're very very chill. So for that one, there you need to constantly give them the fire. Even up to 8 weeks.
Wow. Okay. So after the feathers come, what's next again?
So you now remove maybe the rubbers that you cover,
Okay.
and then if they are crowded, then you can now separate them into their various pens, depending on the structure that you have.
Okay. So this room can contain how many beds?
This one can contain about 3,000.
3,000.
Yes.
So how many rooms do you have here?
The pens are about, this line is 5,
Okay.
but their sizes are different.
Okay.
This one particular, it was 3,000 that we brought it, but alongside some were cockroaches.
Okay.
We need to dispose those ones, so we pick those off. So what is left here is about 2,900 and something,
Okay.
2,950. This particular one, and the next pen, I don't know what I will go there.
So you finish you do. So
So currently, what we have here is about 2,950.
okay. So after you remove the rubber and stuff, do you have give them medication?
After medication, as I said, the chart will tell you what to do. So for the medication there, as they are young, every week, depending on the prescription of the this thing. So you need to follow the chart and be giving them. Maybe they will tell today, give them maybe antibiotics. At times they will tell you give them vitamin. Coccidios start, all those things. So there are those important ones that you're giving at the early stage to prevent them from maybe sicknesses. So on the 7th day after the arrival, so you give them the first gumburu. That one you put it into the water and they will take it.
Okay.
And then the vaccine too you have to give. They will tell you maybe they should take the vaccine within maybe 2 hours. So you have to gauge the quantity of water to give them, so that they will take within 2 hours. They should be able to finish the vaccine that you are giving to them. Then after that you withdraw. After 2 hours, you withdraw, and then they will give them glucose to remove the stress from them, because as they are taking the vaccines, we assume that we are under putting them some kind of pressure. So we need to give them the glucose to release the stress.
Okay.
That is first for 1 week. That is 7 days.
Okay. So after 6 months, if I 6 weeks to 8 weeks, if you are using basic cleaning, that time you able to give it to them into basic cleaning, or you keep them before you to the basic cleaning. If you are using basic cleaning.
Well, I don't know much about the basic cage, so I don't know.
Okay. If you not use some.
Yes, I've not used some before.
So that question will just escape it for you. So that I will see, because somebody want to start, you want to know.
So on the vaccines, I have to say how the gumboro is there, the fowl pox is there, and then the Newcastle. The Newcastle having 3 types, and then the what do you call it? Fowl gumboro is also 2 forms. We have the one and then the second one.
Okay.
You give them, maybe they will give them the interval that you give the second one. So you follow the chart and then you administer.
Okay, so right now the fathers are in after 6 weeks. So if somebody is sick, how do you able to identify this one is sick?
The moment you enter into the pen, mostly the sick one normally hide at the corners. Maybe they hide at the drinkers. Some will hide somewhere. So when you just enter on, the first thing you have to observe is their health. So you look at them. Just look at, mostly, as I said, they hide at the corners. So you check the sick ones. And then as you check, you observe and see that this one is sick, you isolate it. Mostly you're supposed to have an isolation room where you'll be keeping the sick ones so that you treat them. Because as they are mixed with the healthy one, they will not get food to eat, they cannot get water to drink. So you need to remove them and treat them very well.
Okay, so that means that every morning you need to go around and check if somebody is sick.
Not necessarily every morning, even every hour, you're supposed to go there. As maybe in the morning you came to feed them and then you observe their health and they are okay. Maybe in an hour to 2 hours time, you need to go around and check whether everything is all right. Mostly as they are growing, they'll be pegging a lot. So that's the most important. So you need to check whether they are pegging on each other, because you cannot be there and then you come before you realize you come and then they kill one. But as you are there and then maybe they are pegging and the blood is coming out, you can easily remove it and treat it. So
Okay.
at least every 2 hours, you're supposed to come and check on them.
So that you cannot do poultry farm as a part-time job.
No. There's no part-time. Even at night, you should check them until you go to bed. Because that is why it's very good for someone who's having passionate for the work. If you don't have passion for the work there, don't go there. Because you need to have work for your own distance, so that you don't feel like maybe someone is forcing you to do it. Just have passion for the work. Have passion for the animals. For the best. You need to have passion. So if you have passion for them, you don't have to leave them alone. So that is why you go to get someone who have time, no part-time, go and come. No. Before you realize, everything will collapse.
Okay. So the sawdust, how many times do you change the sawdust?
The sawdust is mostly every 2 months. You need to change and put a new one.
Every 2 months.
Yes, mostly every 2 months.
So if you apply new one, how do you able to apply it?
Mostly when you collect this one, for instance, when you collect it, you need to disinfect the place, and then you now bring the new one and then you disinfect on it. You just spray the disinfectant on it.
You do it outside or inside?
You just bring inside. When you bring inside, then you disinfect it.
Okay. It's not, it will not affect
No,
them.
to not affect their health.
Okay.
To not affect them.
So how many weeks that they start laying?
For all things be equal, if they are good breed, you feed them very well, they are not sick. By 16 weeks, they're supposed to start dropping. Within
So-
16 weeks, which
okay.
is 4 months, they're supposed to start dropping.
So if my birds are out to more than the weeks that you are saying, they are not laying, what cause?
You need to check on your feed whether the feed you are giving them was okay, because at times it's not about quantity that you give, it's about quality. So if you give them chaff, they give you chaff. You understand? As far as the growing stage, when you want to formulate your feed, you need to make sure that the content or the needed ingredient is inside, so that you feed them, they will grow well. As they grow well, they will definitely lay early. But if you don't feed them properly, they won't lay early. And also depend on the breed. There are particular breeds who are so good, they will take a very long time before they will lay. So if you don't get a correct breed, it's also another factor. So you might not know the source of the breed. So before you go in for this thing, you need to make inquiries on the breed, because very important. Some are there, they are very sensitive to some of the disease. So before like they fall sick, you treat them, they fall sick again. So you need to know the breed that you are bringing. You understand? So some are genetically made. So if you bring such breed, you suffer.
Okay. So like how long they can lay to?
Mostly economically, it's about 2 years.
2 years.
2 years, the performance will come down, because within that period, some will start early, others will start late. So those who started early, their performance will be dropping small. So you now look at the percentage and you ask yourself the quantity or what they were laying, and now you look at how much are you gaining, how much were you gaining. That will inform you whether you should dispose them or not. Some will lay more than 2 years. You understand?
Okay.
So as I said, others too, those who not start early, they will lay more than 2 years.
Okay.
But you look at the quantity or the returns that you get from them. Is it profitable for me to keep them? If not, maybe you'll be run at loss, because the feed that you formulate, because it's about 75 to 80% of the cost.
Okay. Before we come to the water and so just finish this one. So after 2 years they finish layer. How do you able to the bed? How do you able to do it? You just kill them or just
you sell them? Because this place in particular, even though this is the first time, it's just about a year now. But when we brought the cockers, when we said during Christmas, in fact, up to today, people are still coming for the bed, but they are not there, because the market is booming. The market is there. So this one there, if you have to sell it, I'm not gonna lie, they will buy them all.
You kill them and you just send to the market?
Mostly we send to the market and advertise on social media, radio station, FM and TV and those things. Somebody will advertise on maybe You have a Facebook account, you can put it there, or if you have a group, this one, WhatsApp group, you can put it there. I have this number or this in for sale. Even people come for Abricot to buy, even though I heard that, but we have not started that.
Okay.
But for Kwasa area there,
The demand is there.
they chop the team papa.
Okay. So you wait the 2 years. You said that
The day
again,
watches.
or you just
Mostly when they are about aging, when you know that they are now, you don't have to wait, because when you wait, and then this one stop laying, where to get money and feed them will be a problem. So as they are laying, and you see that maybe they got to the middle of the maybe 1 year, you can start to introduce new, depending on your capacity. Your capacity. Some can bring in 2 months and they bring another batch, because you don't want to short this in eggs. You understand? So if you are able to do it there, mostly it's every 6 months you can bring it, so that you don't short eggs. All the time. You should make sure that your eggs are available for your customers. But if you wait for them to stop laying and then you bring the new birds, it means you are going to start at fresh, and starting at fresh is top for you.
Okay. So what the time that the eggs are ready, your customers don't know like you have eggs. So okay, understand.
So for the sale of the egg there, we should do the advertisements.
Okay.
We advertise.
Okay. So what's about the water? I see this water system.
Water system, we are using automatic drinkers.
Okay.
So we have a poly tank top there. So mostly we pump the water inside, and the water will pass through the pipelines. So these are the hose. So the water will pass through here. So the moment you open the tap or you open the tank, the water will be dropping.
Okay.
You understand? And they take it. When the water is about finishing, you want to pump again.
So that this will make the labor cost will be less.
Very less, very less. Apart from washing of the drinkers. If you wash finish, that's all.
So how many times do you wash them?
Mostly it's twice a day. We do in the morning and then evening, because you can see that there are dust inside.
Okay.
So maybe by evening time, if you cannot even wash, at least you can total all the waters away.
Okay. You just pour it, or you
pour it inside the container and then throw it outside.
Okay. Wow. So currently, how many birds do you have?
Currently,
in all,
we have about 20,800 and other 60 or so. It's about 20,800 and something.
Okay. So one case is
as of today, a case is 60 cities. For now, what we have here is 60 cities per crate.
Okay. So that so the amount, how much do you spend on the food?
This one there. Well, I need to boost my distance.
So this one,
I need to sit down and calculate that.
But do you able to?
But we know how much we spend a day. We know how much every day we spend.
So I did spend how much?
So this spend, for instance, all this structure up to this side. For the market price of feed, 1 bag, which is 50 kg.
Yeah.
It's now 400 Ghana cedis.
400 Ghana cedis. So all your parents.
So if we are to use the whole of this structure as of today, today we fed them about 1,500 kilos, which is 1.5 ton
per day.
Yes, for this structure alone, this structure, this thing alone.
This is
not small part. 1.5 ton.
Wow.
So you look at maybe a bag is 400 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
That will be somewhere around 30 bags. So 30 times 400 for this structure alone up to this side.
Water is not included.
Water is not part. Medication is not part. Labor is not part.
But is it profitable?
Well, it's profitable, but it's a long-term investment. Because if you want to do it and get a profit today, no, you run away. You won't get it today. Because this is a very huge investment. So if you expect to get a return today, you lie, but you can't get it. But with time, maybe 5 years to 10 years to come, that's where the profit will come. Because when you look at the structure alone, the feed they consume from day one up to the time of laying, you can't pay. But if you want to look at those things and to discourage you from going into the business.
Okay. So do you advise somebody to start it big or the person to start it small?
Well, it's not about big because if you want to start big, then you'll be dreaming and then you cannot wake up from your dream because it's not easy. Taking up one, let me say, 1,000 birds. If you want to today, if you want to take 1,000 birds a day, 1,000 birds up to the time of they start laying. I'm telling you, if you don't get 1 billion, you can't go there.
1 billion.
1 billion. I'm not gonna lie. The layers, I mean the day watches. Today at the market is around 28 or 26 cities. They old chick. The drug is not there, the feed that they will consume is not there, the water is not there, the labor is not there. So when you put all those things together and see between maybe from day 1 up to 4 months, you run away. When you put all those things together, you see that.
So you need to get the money put down before you start.
As I said, it's not about big money, maybe depending on maybe your capacity. So maybe someone can start at 500 birds and small, gradual, you go. Even some will even start 100 birds.
Okay.
You understand? But if you have power there, mostly the big this thing like this is only difficult to manage because you don't get time and access all the birds one. Maybe at times a bird will be sick and you may not be see and to die. But if you start it small, you get time for it, and then as time goes on, you keep on expanding small. Because it's a very challenging business. I'm telling you, very tough.
So are they lay anyhow, or do you have different way of making them lay so they're able to take the eggs?
And we have the laying box, as you can see. This is the laying box. So mostly the after stubborn, they will lay on the floor. We have stubborn people, so stubborn bears are also there. So those one will lay on the floor. But mostly when they are ready to lay, they will go and hide there and lay.
Okay.
Okay. So you put the what you call the sawdust inside.
So once you are farm manager of this farm, yes, someone wants to start. The person is not in Ghana. They want to start something like this. The workers, how the person to get workers? Because people are complaining that they want to start, but are they able to get workers to work with them?
Well, depend on maybe where the location of maybe the farm.
Okay.
Because there are people out there who are gallivanting around, don't have job. So especially those with a agri background, they are there. So if you want to start, I don't think that will be a challenge. But those that you are selecting, make sure that they have passion for the work. As I said, passion, very key.
Okay.
They should like the work. If the person doesn't like the work, if you put the person there, you mess up things.
So if the person is an agri student, the person need to go to a train again, or the person can start.
Mostly you need to go some kind of training small, at least. Even though the person have a background on agri, but you need to go some basic training. Especially the medication side, you need to go some kind of training small before. Maybe you can go to maybe a poultry farm or any animal farm like that and go through so that the person will take you through. Even if it is 1 week, it's okay.
Okay. So any advice for somebody who wants to start?
Yes. Cassava in particular. In fact, or even this business, sincerely, is good. But as I said, it's challenging, very challenging. So if you want to start that business, it's good. Because when you look at the other farming, especially the widows, depending on the rainfall. Look at last year, what happened? Farmers are complaining, they don't get food to eat. So if you chip into this type of business, it will help you. It's not about big money. Don't see maybe my friend is doing maybe 1,000 birds. I want to also do 1,000 birds. You cannot manage. The money is not there. So you just start something small. It will help you. But those that you are putting there, make sure that they have passion for the work. They like the work. Even though it's capital intensity, but with little small amount that you start, it will help you. Even if you cannot start a layers, you can start broilers or cockers, small. When they are ready for market, you sell them. You raise another one again and sell until maybe have the power to buy the layers. Because the layers, the return delays. But broiler, for instance, it's about 3 months. They are okay.
So I believe maybe we do the broiler. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. So if you're able to do the voice want the video, you can able to get the information on that.
Okay.
So please, your telephone number. So if somebody want to contact you, what telephone number the person can call you?
Okay, my contact number is 054 97 90 802. You can call me through WhatsApp or even give me a text.
Okay, it's your personal line, it's a company line.
It's my personal line.
Okay, so the company number.
Peru.
So you can watch and let's see.
So the company number 053 561 5344. That's the company line.
The location.
The location is Pasa in Oti Region.
Okay. So if the person,
we are located along CB Damankun Road.
Okay.
In between Okra and then Tindani Kora.
Okay. Thank you for watching. Like the video, share and subscribe.